saying it's not a rookie record, not a Chicago record, it's an all-time record. And Carter comes down hard on Skylar Diggins-Smith. And she is...
What if I told you one of the most controversial players in the WNBA just won an award for sportsmanship? Chennedy Carter, a player whose name has been tied to some of the league's most heated moments, is now being celebrated for growth and maturity, and fans are baffled. How did this happen? What did she do to deserve it? And why are so many people calling it the ultimate "you've got to be kidding me" moment of the year? Stick around, because we're diving into the story behind this unexpected recognition, the player's history, and what this could mean for her standing in the league. Before we get into what happened, let's break down why people are so shocked by this news. Chennedy Carter is one of the most talented guards in the WNBA. Her ability to dominate offensively is undeniable. She's fast, she's explosive, she can create her own shot out of nowhere. She's a player who can lead her team in scoring and change the flow of a game in an instant.
Ball won there by Harrison. Carter turning on the Jets, getting right to the hoop, lays that up and in.
But, and this is a big but, her reputation off the ball is just as famous as her skills with it. Carter's intensity, her fiery personality, and her on-court clashes have often overshadowed her talent. One of the most infamous moments of her career came earlier this year. It was June. The Chicago Sky were facing the Indiana Fever.
Chicago wins the tip. Rebound knocked away. Boston and Smith were there, but Chicago controls. Evans gets the angle and lays it in.
Caitlin Clark, the Fever's rookie sensation, was absolutely lighting up the court. Clark was draining threes, finding her teammates with pinpoint passes, and completely controlling the game. But Carter, she wasn't having it.
Gonna have to make something happen. Clark through the lane, reverses it in.
Midway through the game, the frustration boiled over. Carter appeared to curse at Clark, and then came the moment. A blatant shoulder check sent Clark crashing to the floor.
Chennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
The crowd was stunned. Fans were appalled. Social media exploded, with people calling it one of the cheapest shots of the season. And instead of addressing the situation afterward, Carter refused to take questions at the post-game press conference.
You a little bit.
Yeah. I ain't answering no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
That's enough.
Later, she doubled down on social media, throwing shade at Clark and reigniting the backlash. It was a moment that cemented her as the WNBA's bad girl. But that wasn't the first or last time Carter's temper made headlines. In a game against the Seattle Storm, she hit Skylar Diggins-Smith in the face, earning herself a flagrant foul.
Record. It's an all-time record, and Carter comes down hard on Skylar Diggins-Smith, and she is slow to get up.
Critics argued that her style wasn't just aggressive, it was reckless. And then there's her history with teams. Her time with the Atlanta Dream ended under a cloud of conflict. The Los Angeles Sparks benched her in 2022 for what they called poor conduct. And even in Chicago, her reputation as a polarizing player has remained. It's this history that makes the latest news about her so unbelievable. So that's why fans are so confused about this announcement. Here's what happened. During the WNBA offseason, Carter joined Wuhan Shengfan, a professional team in China. She put up great numbers, leading the league in points and ranking second in assists. But it wasn't her stats that grabbed headlines. It was the award she won. Her team announced that Carter had been given the Good Temper Award, which recognizes players for improved emotional management and sportsmanship. Yes, the same Chennedy Carter who shoulder-checked Caitlin Clark into the hardwood just months ago. The announcement was met with disbelief. It felt like an April Fool's joke, but in November. And the statement from her team didn't help. They praised Carter for bringing Hollywood-level performances to the court and compared her personality transformation to a Phoenix Nirvana. They claimed she argued less with referees, laughed off fouls, and even helped calm down her teammates during tense moments. And to top it all off, they gave her 10,000 wen, roughly $1,380, as part of the award. But let's be honest, this whole thing feels less like an award and more like a strategic PR move. Her team's glowing statement reads like a carefully crafted reference letter for a player looking to rebuild her image and her career. And that's exactly what Carter is doing right now. So, what does this mean for Chennedy Carter? For starters, this award might help soften her reputation. Winning an award for improved behavior is a step in the right direction. But is it enough? Let's not forget the Caitlin Clark incident. Clark has become one of the WNBA's brightest stars and a fan favorite. And Carter's actions during that game didn't just damage her reputation, it made her the villain in one of the most talked about moments of the season. this award isn't going to erase that. For many fans, the memory of Clark hitting the floor will always outweigh any offseason recognition. And then there's the question of how this impacts Carter's future in the WNBA. Her talent is undeniable, but her reputation has always been a double-edged sword. On one hand, her intensity makes her a force on the court. On the other, it's made teams question whether she's worth the trouble. Winning this award could signal to WNBA teams that Carter is trying to change, but actions speak louder than awards. Carter will need to show that this isn't just a one-time improvement. She'll need to prove that she can bring the same energy and production without the drama. So what's next for Chennedy Carter? Her contract with the Chicago Sky is up, and she's essentially a free agent. This award and the glowing statement from her team in China feels like a way to boost her stock as she looks for her next opportunity. But will it work? The WNBA is full of rising stars like Caitlin Clark and established leaders like Breanna Stewart. If Carter wants to stay relevant, she'll need to prove that she's not just talented, but dependable. She'll need to show that this Good Temper Award is more than just a PR move. But here's the real question. Can Carter truly change? Can she find the balance between grit and composure? Or will her reputation as the WNBA's bad girl continue to define her career? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over. What do you think? Is this award a sign of real growth for Chennedy Carter? Or is it just a carefully timed move to help her land her next contract? Let us know in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned.